Factorisation. Alright, so what we're going to be looking at in this video is finding highest common factors of numbers and algebraic expressions, so we can then go and factorise algebraic expressions. So what are factors? Well, factors are the numbers that when multiplied together they give another number. So an example, we're looking for the factors of 6. We can say that we've got 3 times 2 is 6, so the factors there are 3 and 2. And we've also got 1 and 6, so the factors of this number 6. So let's have a go of finding the factors of 16. Again, 2 times 8, 4 times 4, 1 times 16. And we've also got the negatives of that. Minus 2 times minus 8, minus 4 times minus 4, minus 1 times minus 16. These are the factors of 16. So what do we mean by highest common factor? Well, the highest common factor is a factor shared by a set of numbers, and it's the highest among them. So let's have a look at finding the highest common factor between the numbers 12, 48 and 60. So what we can do is we can list the factors of each of these numbers. So 12 are the factors there, 48 we've got the factors here, and 60 we've got the factors there. Now what we're doing is we're looking at the numbers here, and we're trying to find the highest number that's common among them. So we can see here that we've got 1 times 12, 4 times 12 and 5 times 12. So the number 12 is the highest common factor between 12, 48 and 60. So now let's find the highest common factor of 4y, 6y and 12y. Well, first of all, we've got a pronumeral, so we've got a letter y which is common to each, and we've got a number 4, 6 and 12. So we're going to have to factor out, find the highest common factor in terms of numbers and letters here. So let's list the factors of each of these. And now we're going to look for the highest among them. And in this case, it'll be 2y. Okay. How about this one? 4x squared, 6x and 12xy. Now, if you're quick, you might be able to say straight away that it's 2x, and in which case you'd be correct. But let's have a look at how we approached that. One of the methods is just to take it step by step. So what we're going to do, first of all, is we can say that we have an x that's common among these. So what we can do is we can take x out of each of these and put it in front of a bracket. And what we're going to do inside the bracket, because we're multiplying something to give something by x to give 4x squared. So what is in these brackets? 4x squared divided by x would be 4x, because x times 4x is 4x squared. 6x divided by x would be 6. 12xy divided by x would be 12y. Now this can be factorised further because we've got 4x, 6, 12y. So we can see that 4, 6 and 12 must share a common factor, which in this case it would be 2. So we can take a further 2 out, so we can put now 2x in front of the brackets, and all we're doing is we're multiplying 4x by 2 to give 2x, 6 by 2 to give 3, and 12y by 2 to give 6y. And now when we multiply these brackets out, 2x times 2x would give 4x squared, 2x times 3 would give 6x, 2x times 6y would give 12xy. And this value here, so this here, 2x in front of the brackets, that is the highest common factor between this set of numbers. So now we can do that, we can factorise expressions. So let's have a go of factorising this here. We've got 10x squared plus 4x plus 8xy. So let's find the highest common factor. So what we want is we want a factor outside of brackets and then inside the brackets, whatever's left. So what we can do first of all, what we recognise is we've got x common to each of these terms. So we can actually factorise an x out first. So we've got an x in front of the brackets, and now we're going to divide each of these terms by x. So 10x squared divided by x would be 10x. 4x divided by x would be 4. And then 8xy divided by x would be 8y. And now what we can see as well, we've got the constants, the numbers. So we've got 10, 4 and 8, and we look to see if there's a common factor among them. So what's the highest common factor between 10, 4 and 8? It's going to be 2 again. So we're going to take a 2 out of the brackets again, and we're going to divide 10x by 2, which would be 5x, 4 divided by 2, which is 2, and 8 divided by 2, which would be 8y divided by 2, which would be 4y. And now, when we expand these brackets again, so 2x times 5x would be 10x squared, 2x times 2 would be 4x, and 2x times 4y would be 8xy. We can't factorise this further, because there's no common factor between 4y, 5x, and 2. We've got a common factor between 2 and 4y, but we have to remember that this term has to be multiplying each of these terms. So the common factor has to be between all three of them, in which case there isn't. So we can say that this has been fully factorised. Okay, and so just in summary there, when we take an expression like 10x squared plus 15x and we want to factorise it, we're going to find the highest common factor among the terms, and we're going to put that outside the brackets and whatever's left inside the brackets. And this is like the reverse process of expanding the brackets. And expanding the brackets reverses the factorisation. So they're kind of like inverses of each other. Okay, so move on to the next one.